All right. Today, joining me is the head coach of boys basketball for Times2 Academy, the head coach Dwayne Monroe. Coach, how are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me so much on the show. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, Coach. I appreciate your time and appreciate you being on the show. You're having a great season so far with the team as you guys keep getting closer to the playoffs. First of all, Coach, I want to ask, how are you doing during these COVID times, and how is the team holding up as well too?
So we suffered a little minor thing in the beginning of the season. That's why we was off. I think like 10 days we was off.
Yeah,
One of our kids actually had COVID, so we know what it's like to not be able to play, not be able to practice. We dealt with it. We dealt with it hands on. So we're just trying to get better every day. Wear our masks, clean our hands whenever we can. Just trying to be safe.
yeah, that's the most important thing. And what was it like for you guys? For you especially to really step on the court and get coaching this year.
Oh man, it's been great. This is my first year actually doing a varsity basketball. I've done rec league for the past 10 years. I did JV for Times2 2 years ago, made the JV championship my first year here.
Wow.
So to be a varsity coach, and it's a lot different. It's a lot more preparation, a lot more studying, but I like it.
That's awesome. And what's it like when you take over a program? How do you bring in your own coaching philosophy, and what is your coaching philosophy?
Honestly, the coach last year was my cousin, so I learned from him. So I pretty much still run his defense. I just doing my mixture of offense in. So it's like I've been a part of the program for a while now. So I'm already used to the kids. I know everybody, so it wasn't that hard to adjust.
That's great. That's really good. That's awesome that you already had the system in place and just kind of
Exactly.
different things. That's awesome. And what's it like with this team that you have this year compared to being your first year? It seems like you guys have at least four scorers on the team.
I think this year, compared to the last several years of it, everybody brought in this year. Like if we play team basketball, we can compete for a championship. And I think we don't have no egos this year. No one's worried about getting 30 or 40. Everybody just plays our role. And if Jason has a hot hand one night or Kobe does, the whole team is all for it. Like it's not like, okay, let Kobe's working hard and scoring 20. I got to get 20 myself. We'll keep feeding him the basketball. So team basketball is a big thing this year. And we're doing very well with it.
That's awesome. That's great. You guys are having a great season, and I'd spoken with Jason before as well too. It's awesome to see. He's like, it's fun to have like teammates. There's like two other guys that can score with me, or three other guys that can score with me. So it's fun to see that as you guys have progressed during the season.
He loves that this year. He doesn't have to do all the scoring all by himself, so he's very happy about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what's it like to coach some great play you have Jason, you have Kobe. What's it like to coach those guys?
It's actually really good to know this. They make my job a lot easier and more fun because they actually want to learn. So even when we don't have practice, coaching me get in the gym and get some shots up. Oh, can we work out? Can I work on my handle? Like they just want to get better. And me as a basketball coach, I love when my kids want to get better. So it just makes it 10 times easier for me. I love it.
That's great. Yeah, that's like a coach's dream when your players are asking you, "Can I stay?"
Exactly, because you have to do the asking. They're asking me, so I love it.
Yeah. I'm kind of jealous. I'm jealous about that. That's awesome. That's great. That's great that you have that. And Coach, how did you get into coaching and start to fall in love with basketball as well too?
Also, I played basketball as a kid. Obviously, growing up, was never that great. Can only shoot the basketball, but I had a great IQ for the game. And one year, I just decided to coach and just fell in love with it. And now it's like I don't play at all. Now it's just strictly coaching basketball, training. I'm a trainer as well in the off season. So I'm around basketball every single day, and I love what I do.
That's awesome. Is there anyone that you looked up to as your coaching and training and everything?
So I looked up to the coach of last year's Times2 team, Chris Love, which is my cousin. That's my mentor. I learned pretty much everything from him, and now it's just like absorbing little pieces from everybody else and just expanding my coaching skills. Just like looking at a whole bunch of other things, just trying to get better.
That's great. In training, is there when you were growing up playing basketball, was there a player that you looked up to as well too, or anyone?
No, not really. I only played it because a lot of my friends played it. I was always more football growing up, but then when it's winter, everybody's playing basketball. You can't play football, so you know what? Why not go to the recreation center and just play basketball? Yeah. Then I started to love it more and more and more, and I just played just pretty much just to have fun.
That's awesome. That's great. And do you have like a favorite team that you root for?
Oh God, don't laugh at me. I'm a Orlando Magic fan.
I'm not gonna laugh. Is there
We're awful.
any reason why?
I'm a big Aaron Gordon fan, like huge,
All right.
huge.
Did you like him before that he went there, or did you
I
like
actually been a fan of him since high school basketball. I've been following him since he was 16 years old.
really?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan, big fan.
That's crazy. So like, but did you like the Orlando Magic before he got drafted, or was it another
Oh
team?
no, I'm a player guy. So if I like a player, I'm gonna go to that team. So if he leaves
Okay.
Orlando, I'm out of there.
Why were you now? How did you become an Aaron Gordon fan?
So when you're younger, you look at like little high, you look at like hoop mixtapes and Ball is Life. And
Yeah.
I seen him, I'm like, yo, this guy is like incredible. And I just every year I'm like, all right, let me see new video. And then I followed him from Asha Minty High School, obviously, to Arizona, and then now it's Orlando Magic.
Now, if he's in some trade rumors now. Do you think if he goes to Celtics, will you become a Celtics fan?
Oh God, I hate the Celtics, but I would become a fan. I
I
would.
there's some room. I don't know what the Orlando Magic are going to do, but there are some rumors that they're going to kind of
I don't think so. They just paid him like 88 million like last year.
did they really?
Yeah.
I heard that Vucek was in the rumors as like trade rumors, so I'm just kind of surprised.
Yeah, we're not good, so I don't know. We're not good at all.
At least you're honest. At least you're honest when you're a true fan.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And is there like anything outside of basketball that like you enjoy the most?
Nah, honestly, when I'm not coaching, I'm usually working out. If I'm not working out, I'm usually studying basketball to get ready for the following season. I always try to better my craft every single day, besides when I'm working.
Is there a type of offense that you like to run specifically, or is that a secret? I don't want to.
I run a lot of different sets, but I am a big Tom Izzo fan. So I look at a lot of his stuff he does coaching wise, and I just dissect his game and just try to throw his little things that work for my offense. Try to throw stuff like that in.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
That's really great. And is there like a kind of defense? Are you guys like a run and gun, or like for defense?
Defense, I love a lot of pressure. So if you've seen us play, I'm pressing pretty much the whole game. I'm always pressing.
That's awesome. That's great. And what was it like for you guys? Because you guys are also just in the news. I saw that recently too, circling on social media as well on the news. What was that like meant for you guys to make the news?
Excuse me, sorry. It was good. We're actually getting the recognition we deserve now. Like we always felt like we were a good team, and now it's finally starting to show. And we wish there was a state tournament this year because we felt like we really could have made some noise if there was a state tournament this year.
Yeah, it would be great. I think you guys have a really great team. I think you and Davies are right now or like the two teams that are in the top two teams of Division III. So it's going to be interesting.
Yes, I think they're 9-0. Yeah, they're 9-0.
Yeah, and now you guys finish up your season tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow is our senior night versus BVP.
Now that's very exciting. Now, what are you looking forward to most when you go into the playoffs? What adjustments you're going to make, and how do you prepare for the playoffs coming up?
So honestly, every team is going to come a little bit harder in the playoffs. So we know that. So we have to. I'm trying to throw in a whole bunch of new sets, do new defensive schemes, figure out my rotation because obviously it won't be so deep now. It's playoff time. It'll be a shorter rotation. Probably like for my 8-man rotation, probably about a 6 or a 7 maybe. Mm-hmm. Just trying to adjust and see what we're going to expect because we haven't played everybody. So.
Yeah, that's true. And then what's the biggest adjustment you think, your first year head coaching this year, dealing with a shortened season, you have to wear a mask. What's the adjustments that you made, and does anything that you've learned from this season make you grow as a coach more?
Yes, I noticed I've never ever watched film before in my life. And to coach varsity basketball, you have to watch film.
Yeah,
it's a must. So I'm still learning how to do that. I'm still learning how to dissect the team's offense. I'm still not that great at it. As far as the mask and stuff, it's a little hard to yell at the mask on, so I'm constantly pulling mine down, yelling something out. It's hard. I'm trying to adjust with it. It just takes time.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. And is there anything that you learned from the season? I mean, besides watching the film, is there anything that that hey, I'm never gonna have to go through it. Hopefully, never have to go through this again, or be is there something that you are gonna take with you that in a shortened season that we can make this work?
It's a very good question. Honestly, just staying ready and staying prepared because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
just got to be ready.
Yeah, I think this year for you guys, for everyone, especially, I think this year has been a crazy year because I feel like there's been games rescheduled or games scheduled and against, you might have faced one opponent one day, you might face a different opponent the next day type deal.
Yes, we haven't had a back-to-back yet, thank God. So that was pretty good for us. But the games were like one day off and go back at it. That's a lot of work because obviously you can't have a full practice a day before a game. You have to have a walkthrough.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to have like that intense practice you really want when you have a game Monday and then off Tuesday, but then a game Wednesday.
Yeah.
So trying to adjust to the shorter practice time, I guess, is probably the hardest thing I had to deal with this year.
Nah, that's not definitely understandable. That's tough. And now, is there a game that really sticks out to you from this year?
Ponagansett. Our first game of the season. I thought we played very, very well offensively, but we looked very, very bad defensively. Like we gave up 86 points. Like that is not good.
That was a high scoring affair. I remember seeing that scored. I was like, is that wrong? But that was a high scoring affair.
No, that was bad defense. That's too many points to give up.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of points. Oh, go ahead.
No, that was it. Sorry.
And Coach, I just want to ask some questions outside of basketball. But before that, I have one more. What's the feeling of like this being your first season as a head coach and just being in COVID and just like did you ever think you would deal with this as your first time as a head coach, varsity coach?
No, I didn't. I thought it'd be a little bit easier, but it's like, well, first year head coach, I'm excited. The next thing you know, COVID hits. Oh, then it's not 16 games, it's 10 games or 9 games.
Yeah.
And then we get hit with COVID and it's like, okay, now you guys can't practice. You got to stay home. You got to quarantine. So it's like a little bit of everything. We dealt with it all this year.
Yeah, I know. This is what a heck of a year for your first year to be a varsity coach and deal with all these things. I give you credit because your team has really hung in there and you guys are doing a great job. And now I just have a couple questions outside of basketball. Do you have favorite music or favorite artists that you like to listen to?
Right now I'm a big NBA Youngboy fan.
I gotta listen to him. Is there a song that
I have probably like 30 songs on my phone of him. I don't know why. I'm a big fan of him. I don't like the new generation of rap. But I'm just him. I like his music. I don't know why.
Yes. Yeah, you might have to send me a song on Instagram and I have to listen to it because everyone mentions.
I definitely will.
I mentioned him and I'm like, I don't know.
A lot of people don't like him.
Really?
I don't know why. I hated him a couple years ago.
Okay.
And now it's like just like drawn to me. Like now it's like every song I'm like, I like that song. He always has a nice beat. It's just I like it.
All right, I'll have to listen to it. Yeah, send me like your favorite song or something like that so I can check it out. Yeah. And then last question: do you have a favorite food, or what's your favorite food to eat?
Favorite food? I'll probably go with either Spanish food or Chinese food.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Definitely some Spanish food for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Is there like a specific thing that you like to get from either or?
Some chuleta and some white rice. So it's a pork chop.
That sounds good. It sounds really good.
Oh, very good.
That's
very,
awesome.
Very good.
And then I have actually one more. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's all right. You're fine.
Pre-game rituals. Do you have a pre-game ritual before you coach or anything like that? Or do you bring anything with you to the game like a water, gum?
Honestly, it's my phone, my NBA Youngboy, my headphones, tune everybody out.
There you go.
Even my players, they're like, coach, let me get 5 minutes to myself, guys.
Yeah, just get in the mode, get ready to go.
Every game.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, I feel like every coach or like player has some kind of superstition or some kind of
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely agree.
Do you have any superstitions before a game, or is that just kind of what you have to do?
I'm honestly nervous every game. Doesn't matter if I'm playing a team that's 9-0, I'm playing a team that's 0-10. I always have them pregame jitters. Doesn't matter who I'm playing.
That's understand. It happens. I when I used to coach, I used to get those all the time. I used to have to I couldn't tell, but I also couldn't tell if it was like the coffee too that was giving me the jitters as well too. But
honestly, I text one of my friends every game before the game to make her give me advice before every game.
That's awesome. That's great.
Literally every game, I text her every game and she gives me the advice like, you got this. And then I'd be like, you know what? All right, now I'm ready to go.
That's great. I love it. Coach, this has been awesome. I'm lucky to have you on the show.
Man, thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime. We'll have to do it again sometime. We talk some more Orlando Magic basketball.
It's not much to talk about there.
Yeah, well, maybe we talk some NBA outside of Orlando or anything
Definitely.
like that. We can do something like that. But Coach, this is great. You're doing a great job with your team this year. Congratulations on the success. I know you guys have made the playoffs, so congratulations on the playoffs as well too.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And good luck with everything, and rooting for you guys, and tell Jason I said hello as well too.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Coach. You have a great one, and take it easy.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, bye.